Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it is that time of month for me, girl. That's when the acne starts coming out, which is awesome. I got like not just the normal one pimple, but like 500. So I'm going to be showing you today kind of like how to cover up full coverage face, how to cover up these annoying ass pimples. So let's just get started. Alright, so I've already done my brows and I have put some primer on my face, so let's cover up some zits. Alright, so first to cover up some of the redness on these zits, I am going to be using the NYX HD Studio Concealer, and this is in CW12, so it's a color corrector. I still have yet to make a decision on if they actually work, color correcting I mean, but we're gonna do it right now. So I'm just gonna hit this green everywhere that I have redness. So the green color is supposed to cancel out the red. That's what the color correcting is for. So I'm just gonna take my sponge, I'm gonna blend this green right into the skin where the pimples are. Not bringing it anywhere else besides where the red is. Alright, so we look super crazy right now. That's okay because we're gonna add on foundation, concealer, and it's gonna actually look natural. Get this hair back. Alright, so for the foundation today, I'm gonna be using my all-time favorite full coverage foundation. And I'm using this because when I have this many pimples, this much redness, I wanna go in with something that I know for sure will work so good. So I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. It is, oh my gosh, this foundation is so good. It's so good. It's my favorite for a reason. So I'm going to mix the shade 112 in with the shade 120, and I'm just mixing this on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to mix in some of my glow drops that I am quickly running out of into the foundation, so we still have a glow, because when my skin is dull like this and red, I want to make sure that some of that glow gets in there. So I'm just going to spread this all over the skin. I also have a cold right now, which does not help the situation that we have on our face right now. And I just got my roots colored, so I have some hair dye still on my face, so we're gonna cover that up too. Making sure we're watching out for the eyebrows, shaping those up a little bit. Putting it on the ears too. I'm so sad that these glow drops are running out because I love them so much, but they were from one of my BoxyCharm subscription boxes, and it was like a limited edition. So I'm gonna ask if you guys have any recommendations for glow drops. I've been eyeing the Makeup Revolution ones because I like a rose gold type of thing that complements my skin the best, I feel. Alright, so now that the foundation is set into our skin, I'm going to be going in with my Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I don't think I'll be repurchasing. It was nice to try out, but I think they're way better, cheaper. Well, not cheaper because this is pretty. I can't remember how much this was. I think this was like $5, $6, $7. It's under 10. We'll go with that. Just pounce this over the skin, putting it in areas that I want both highlighted and a little extra coverage. It does oxidize on the skin, so be sure that you're keeping that in mind when purchasing a color. So I believe this is in the shade Light Natural. Like, I wouldn't say it's the fullest coverage out there. I don't know, I don't really have anything terrible to say about it. It's not like wowing me to the point where I'm like, I need to repurchase this. dog hair is hanging off my... And the powder that I'm going to be using today, of course, is the Coty Airspun Translucent Powder. Set my under eye and my eye, and basically set everywhere that we put the concealer, and then use the rest to press into the skin on the rest of the face, so the powders we put on top of it blend really, really nicely. You can use this powder to bake, you can use it just to set your face, and it works so good. I will definitely be repurchasing this. And for the bronzer slash contour, I'm going to be using the Tarte's Pro Glow To Go. So this is the one with just the 3 shades in it. So pretty, obviously well loved. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. Dip my crown brush in there and put that into the hollows of my cheeks. Like, look how pigmented. Oh, it like gives me that color that I need. I like to put a little bit of bronzer on the hollows of my cheeks, on the temples, just so it blends really nicely. It kind of gives like an outer C, like how we would do with highlighter, but we're doing it with bronzer as well, just so it flows super nicely. When that time of the month comes, cramps, fatigue, cravings, irritability, it just all hits me. And it hits me like the week before and the week of, so that's really cool. But when my mood is down, I like to put on makeup just because it makes at least my self-esteem feel a little better. So then I feel a little better. Now I'm gonna snatch up that nose using the same powder, same bronzer. All right, and for blush today, I'm going to be using the Colourpop Duo, Super Shock Duo. Comes with 2 beautiful shades. This is a blush and this is a highlighter, duh. So I'm going to first go in with the blush. This is a beautiful, warm tone, gorgeous, gorgeous blush. I'm going to dip my blush brush in there and put that on my cheeks. This color just works so well with bronzer. It just gives a nice warm flush of color, and I like to bring it onto the apples of my cheeks, down my nose a little bit, just so it gives a nice even whatever you want to call it. Oh, I love this blush. And on the temples a little bit, where we put bronzer, just so it's flowing. It's flowing. Now for this highlighter, since it's a super shock, it's not powdery, so we kind of have to apply it a little differently. And I am going to dip my sponge into shade, and then I'm going to spray it with some setting spray and pat that on the temples. Can I get my facial anatomy words correct today? No, so bear with me. It's my time of the month. Listen, we can get through this. So I'm gonna pat that on the high points of my cheeks, like, oh yeah, yep, and bring it around the eyebrows in the same form that we put the bronzer, just in a smaller form C. I'm not gonna talk while I spray it because that's how you get it in your, oh yeah. I'm actually living for that right now. Just bear with me while I just bathe in this basically. And since we use a sponge, it's just gonna work so nicely into the skin, making it like more of a natural glow, but still, like, if you layer it, it really will punch you in the face, and that's what we want. That's what we want. Yeah, I can dig that. I can dig water. I've been trying really hard to drink more water. Very difficult for me because I like my soda, I like my coffee, I like my alcohol. But water is super important, so gotta do it. All right, for the eyes today, I'm gonna do something pretty simple. I don't wanna spend too much time on the eyes because I'm gonna spend too much time looking at this highlighter, for real. All right, so for the eyes today, I'm gonna be going in with the Morphe 25A. I can't remember if this is the Copper Spice or the Bronzed Mocha. So I'm gonna go with 25A. It'll be in the description box down below. These two palettes, I got them in a bundle together and they are amazing. Really happy with the purchase because Morphe doesn't play. Nope, it doesn't play. Okay, so for the first shade I'm going to be using is a mix of these two shades for the transition color and put that into the upper part of the crease using whatever crease brush. And just layering that on top of one another until we get the desired color, which that's it. All right, the next shade that I'm gonna be using is this one right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous light brown, warm tone brown. Tap off the excess and then bring that just a little bit lower than where we put the transition color. Starting on the outer corner, using a bit of a smaller fluff brush, working that in the outer corner, and then using windshield wiper motions to blend that into the transition color. Bring it all the way into the inner corner. Going back in with the first crease brush we used, and then just fluffing those two colors together so they are seamless. The next color I'm going to use is this one right here, and I think I'm going to mix it with this one next to it just because I'm really drawn to that color, but I still want to keep a little bit of the warm tones going since those were the two first transition colors we used and the blush, so I want to make everything, you know. All right, and I'm going to focus that even lower than where we put that second color, bringing that even farther into my lid. Ooh, I like that. I like those two colors mixed together. And it helps if you look up, tilt your head back and look down into your mirror, and that helps you get right into that crease so perfectly. I'm gonna go back in with those transition colors and then buff out the edges. Blending all of these colors together. Keeping the inner corner of the lid pretty bare, even though we are gonna cover it up, so it's okay to be a little messy. All right, I have really been loving liquid eyeshadows lately, and I'm gonna be using this one from Essence. It's the Metal Shock eyeshadow in the shade... Why do they make it so hard to find the shade? Okay, this is in the shade Stars and Stories, number 2. And I'm going to be cutting a little bit of the crease with this gorgeous liquid shadow. So start on the inner corner. Bring that up just using the applicator that it came with. Carving out that crease. Like, do we see that? This was so cheap too. Buildable, it's gorgeous. Ugh. I honestly want to buy more colors of this Metal Shock shadow. This one is just absolutely to die for. And while that's drying, I'm just gonna do the lower lash line. Start out with the first transition color. Well, transition colors. Then going in with the second shade that we used. Not bringing that all the way around, kind of the inner or the outer half. I'm going to be using the last 3 colors that we used to blend out the edges of this liquid shadow, just to blend it into the eyeshadows, so it doesn't have just a harsh line. Going back in with the crease brush and really just blending that. I'm going to highlight my brow bone with the lightest shade in the palette. just so it's not like straight orange basically all the way up to the brow bone. And then I'm going to be using the highlighting shade in the Colourpop Duo to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. I think this highlighter looks so good. Highlighter looks so good with this liquid shadow. They like go right hand in hand. These Super Shock shadows, they're really, the easiest way honestly is to blend it with your finger. I'm then going to go in with my Volume Stylist 18-Hour Longwear Mascara from Essence, and I am going to just give these lashes life. Alright, and now I'm going to set my face with the Cover FX Luminizing Setting Spray. And for the lips today, I'm going to be using the Fiona Styles Lip Crayon in the shade Zuma. This is a beautiful, like, natural satin warm tone lip crayon. So creamy, so pigmented. All right, there you go. So this is the final look that I created for you guys today on a day where you just don't want to do anything, but you have to do things. The struggle. Glowy, beautiful, warm tone look with a gorgeous metallic liquid eyeshadow. Keep on going, girl. Know that you don't want to do it. You don't want to get out of bed with these stupid cramps. But, you know, if you create a look like this, you'll feel so good going out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you soon again. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, like this video, all the good stuff and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye guys. Thank you.